What's up, ladies, gentlemen, babies, and babies?
What's up, people? Welcome to the first episode of a new series that we're calling
Pokemon Type Draft Throwdown. This is not a Nuzlocke. This is exactly what it sounds like. So, if you're familiar with the NFL draft or the NBA draft, it's like that. If you are not, essentially what we're going to be doing is there's 18 standard types, and we're going to draft one by one who can use what.
And what we're going to do is we're going to be alternating picks. So you get a pick. I'm going to get two picks. Well, whoever ends up going first and second. The second person will get two picks, and then we'll
For
alternate.
balance.
Yeah. One of the cool things about Pokemon is that they have often more than one type, right? And so depending on the game and depending on, what we're looking for and what's available, it can be really limiting to just have those 9 types. We can venture out across the type barrier, but only up to half of your party. And so if you have a full party of 6, 3 of those Pokemon are able to have a type that is not one that you own. And again, this is just for some different viability. This is for variety and just keeping the game fun and refreshing.
So if we have a shared type, for instance, if I draft water and he drafts flying, but we both want Gyarados, well, Gyarados shares each of our typings. So we could each use Gyarados. But we're going to kind of limit that. We don't want a whole team of just shared types. So we're going to have 3 max.
Yeah, I think that's an even compromise for us. And also, we can't duplicate Pokemon either. So we couldn't have a full team of Gyarados, or even 3 Gyarados on one team. So one big exception that we're going to make is Shiny Privilege, right? If you happen to run into Shiny, those odds are so low. Even in games where they've increased that Shiny percentage, it's just cool to use. And I think both of us will just kind of look the other way.
So the way we're going to kind of divide the game isn't necessarily in chapters. It's going to be milestones, and those are going to be signified by gym leader battles, champion battles, rival battles. And after each one of those, we were going to take whatever team that we use to defeat said gym leader or what have you, and then we're going to fight each other with said team. Winner of that gets a set amount of points.
This is just to keep things interesting and keep a competition between us. And so we want to kind of have this increased challenge. In fact, one of the things about the challenge that we have is actually our type ban system. So not only are we limited to the types that we have, but after we have each milestone fight, the winner gets to handicap their opponent. And so if I win a fight, right, I can look at Jay here and say, you can't use fire types anymore. But it's per gym to gym. So, if we do our first milestone fight and I know that he has a fire type that's going to carry his team for the next fight, I could say, actually, that's not allowed. You're not allowed to use fire types. And even though he can still catch them and he can still add them to his box, until we do the next fight, he can't use it on his team.
So let's say I'm getting steamrolled, right? I've lost 3 milestone fights in a row.
It's been rough out here.
To try to balance things, I can then go up to him and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to take one of your types.
And so I get to select 3 of my types. So if I have 3 types I'm not using, or I don't get a choice in this, by the way. If you lose 3 in a row, he gets to dictate, like, I am taking one of your types. I can just say, fine, you can pick between these 3, and they can be whatever 3 types I want to offer him. And he just gets to take it. But in response, so that we keep things even, he gives me a type back.
I also just chuck something his way. Another rule that we're adding in is party size caps. Depending on where you're at gym-wise, you can only have a certain amount of Pokemon. If you have 1 badge, you only have a max party of 3 Pokemon. If you have 4 gym badges, you get 4 Pokemon. And once you get to 6, then you can have all 6.
Yeah, and this is just, again, to balance, so that when you have that first 1 or 2 gym fights, you're not like just loading your team up with Pokemon to be death fodder. You actually have to think and use strategy of how to beat them. So here we go. We're going to get right into the draft here. We're going to flip a coin to see who goes first. The winner will pick 1. Whoever is second will pick twice, and then we will alternate from there. So I came up with the idea in the first place, so I'm going to let Jay here choose and call if he's going to have heads or tails.
My friend, I've decided. Heads.
Okay, let's flip the coin. Let's see. Jay gets the first pick here. I don't know about you, but I made myself a little tier list of types that I thought would be the most and least viable. And so I'm going to be using that to designate my choices. But Jay gets the first pick here. I can almost guarantee what that pick's going to be.
Well, Phoenix, for the 2025 Poké Draft, J Fape selects Water types.
Yeah, I think water type is the obvious number one pick here. I was also going to be my number one pick. I think water type is just so versatile. It's hard to not pick it. With my first type, I'm going to pick grass types. I think grass type is our other really viable
Just
mixed
going straight into
type.
it. Okay.
I think, yeah, I don't have to think about that. I really thought that number one should be water, like hands down. And in the future, I'm sure that every one of our drafts, one of us will pick water types. It's so good. I think that grass type is another type that it just has so many Pokemon available to it that you're able to kind of build around.
Yeah, and it just soaks it up.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
that solar beam's gonna hurt, I think.
Just soaks it up.
So my second type here that I'm going to pick is ground types. I'm going ground types. There are a few. Actually, on my list, I have water, grass, and then a list of 4 or 5 different types.
Okay.
Ground was here. I think ground is really versatile.
All right, that's fine. Check this out. Dragon.
That's awesome because the next type I'm gonna pick, I don't have to think about. I'm putting fairy in. He knew before I even said it. He said dragon. He said, "Oh no, I've made a mistake here."
Dragon these nuts.
You can't. Yeah, I think fairy is just a natural counter. It also doesn't have a lot of weaknesses.
Okay, I'm gonna go with steel.
Okay, that was a type that I was eyeing too. Now is where I need to start thinking a little bit. I want fire types. Not something I expected to pick this early. I'm already kind of starting to see how maybe I can make this work.
I'm gonna go poison.
Poison? That's cool because I'm good with psychic types. Yeah, I think psychic types will help round me out there.
Go psychic. I go dark.
Awesome. Dark types, really good. I think that can counter definitely my psychic types, but I already have fairy types, which can hurt you there.
That's fine.
And you did pick my poison types, which does hurt me a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and pick ghost types. Now we're getting down to the weeds. I think this is the part of
We're getting
Pokemon.
down the weeds, we sure are. Okay.
I'm telling you though, I already have some ideas of where I want to go next.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go flying.
Okay, taking that from me, that's fine. I am a phoenix. Don't take that. Put that.
I'm gonna zoom in on it, actually. Slow-mo it.
Flying types, I think, are kind of an underrated type. I'm not just saying that because I'm a bird fan. I think that
I
flying
thought
types.
they're overrated because they fly.
I hate you. Flying types, I think there's a lot of versatility there. That's something I've been saying a lot about this type draft. I think versatility is the key here. I'm going to pick fighting types. I had a really good reason for picking fighting types, by the way. Number one, it kind of hits some of his Pokemon hard, like steel and dark types, but also of the remaining types, it's good against over half of them.
True. I'm going thunder.
Electric types. I'm gonna go normal types. I think normal type is a sleeper in this kind of game. So you get 2 of these and I get 1.
Yeah, I guess I'm fine with any of those, really. I'll go bug.
My instinct is saying rock types. Rock type is one I knew would be at the end, and I was convinced that I was gonna get it, and it's gonna be the secret weapon. I think I have a pretty good mix of physical and special types.
Yeah, not having ground or rock does shut off a lot of Pokemon for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think out of the base types, with grass, ground, water, normal, rock, flying, I feel like those are usually like the core typings.
Right.
I only have 2,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
maybe a little bit tough.
Yeah. So go ahead and give yourself ice types, Jay. And here we go.
Nice to my
Here is our typing. So it looks like you're stuck picking Throwdown. We are playing Pokemon Scorched Silver as our first game. It is set in Johto 20 years after the original games, I believe. I think that's what it is. So I get to pick between either Chikorita or Cyndaquil. I'm pretty satisfied with this draft. Wish I had gotten steel types in there. It'll always make me sad that I don't have poison types.
No Tentacruel.
Yeah, no Tentacruel. I can't have Tentacruel at all. That hurts.
I locked in Crobat.
That hurts because Tentacruel is, in my opinion, one of the best 6-man options in Pokemon. Yeah.
Thanks.
But I will have other options I can mix with water types. Ground is something that's going to mix pretty easy with water. You know,
You get a nice Quagsire.
Maybe, yeah. Swampert, maybe. I don't even have to use a water type. I have played Sun teams before.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
We'll see. Okay, now we have the draft done. I don't know about you, Jay, but I'm feeling really good about the types that I got.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you. But I'm more happy for me.
I guess we'll see how it turns out. By the time this video is uploaded, both of us will have a video uploaded as well, so you can go right from this video right on over to us. Our links will be down in the description, and here are our channels. You can follow me at Phoenix Force and Jay over here at JFA. We look forward to seeing you, and may the best man win. We'll see you there.
Look, I'm recording now.
All right,
Oh
go.
shit! It fucked.
Ah!
Oh, we fucked up.
Ah! Ah!
Yeah, loosen up.